special invitees, friends, parents and family members, and prize and medal winners, and the new graduates of our college. Good afternoon. I'm standing before you at a proud moment in the short history of Educare Institute of Dental Sciences. Convocation is the most important event in the academic calendar because convocation is a moment of reckoning for an educational institution. A moment in which a batch of beaming students march out from the campus with their laurels and achievements, while a new batch begin their campus life with hope and enthusiasm. The students have aptly named the function as ABHYUDAY', which roughly means scaling up. Before dwelling on anything further, let me take this opportunity to congratulate all those students who have made these proud moments possible. I also take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation of the members of the faculty and other staff members for enabling the students to make this celebration possible. I'd also like to mention all the sacrifices that the parents have made to see their children through college. We in Educare always believed that the students are the raison d'etre of an educational institution. I feel that the management and the staff of this institution have always strived to create such an atmosphere in the campus by providing the freedom for the students to pursue their academic life. At least I can say with full confidence that we never tried to create an impression that academics is a burden. As we provided the freedom, we also inculcated the thinking among the students that freedom also meant responsibility. Freedom without responsibility is a recipe for disaster. And we never lost an opportunity to tell this simple fact to the students. I'm happy to say that most of our students took the message in the right spirit and helped in creating a campus ambience that is unique among the professional colleges in the state. The academic and non-academic performances of our students are compared with the best in the field. In the university examinations by Calicut University, our first batch of 2007-08 secured second and third rank. And in this batch, we have a student who has scored a third rank. Educare is also among the 7 dental colleges in the state under Kuhas University, registering much higher than the state average. Our principal, Dr. ABHYUDAY'14, is determined to scale up the pass percentage to 100% in the coming years, and he has already devised a slew of things for the same. I'd also like to take this opportunity to especially appreciate the students of this batch for helping us to achieve such laurels, and I'm sure that all those students marching out from the campus on this August occasion will be our goodwill ambassadors in the coming years. As a batch, you have always taken pride in being part of this institution and always held your head high as Educarians. I must appreciate the students for standing by the management at trying times and helped us in overcoming many of the teething problems that a new institution faces. As a batch, you have always worked together on both extracurricular activities as well as on your studies. The very presence of you in the campus has brought a fresh breeze of life, joy, fragrance, and flavor that is still permeating in the atmosphere of this temple of learning. I hope and pray that the future holds a good life for each one of you and wish that you boys and girls will always be blessed with love and warmth, and let the spirit that you all have within you shine. As you aptly name the function as ABHYUDAY', which means to scale up, I pray that all of you will rise above the challenges posed by life to emerge as better human beings. May God bless you all. The journey of Educare Institute of Dental Sciences was a dream of the members of the new generation of the Kliyamanil family. The dream was to set up a state-of-the-art educational institution that would go a long way in the overall development of the habitat around the campus. Well, the dream has turned into a reality, though I must confess here that we still have a long way to go. During the last 7 years of its existence, the Educare Institute has helped in changing the entire profile of Chattiparamba, otherwise a sleepy village and an unknown entity. As responsible members of the society, we have undertaken several measures such as dental camps, health surveys, and other works that help the presence of the campus meaningful for the life of people in the region. We have received excellent support and cooperation from the people as well as the local bodies in this regard. I hope the same will continue as we are bracing up to the next stage of growth and consolidation with a slew of new projects and plans. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to two academicians who have played an important role in developing this institute. Dr. Ram Manohar, whom I consider as my mentor, friend, and advisor. One of the benefits we had in our initial years of commencement was to have him as a principal. It was his expertise and years of experience in the field of dentistry that helped mold our institution. He led the way and worked hand in hand with the aim of making this institution grow. What better occasion to felicitate an individual of his stature than today? But unfortunately, he could not come as he had to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award in Bangalore. We will always remember the contribution and solicit his advice and help even in future. The next person is Dr. Vijay Kumar, sir, who does not need an introduction. Everybody knows him for being the most helpful, friendly, and approachable person. To me, though, you are the man with a golden heart. We often spend time discussing matters of the college. His advice has been important. That helped me in various occasions, sir. He is an individual I know I can bank on in a time of need. Yet another individual who has been an integral part of the foundation and growth of this esteemed institution. The time we have had him among us will always be cherished and missed, sir. I wouldn't like to take any more of your time as there are several distinguished personalities on the dais to share their invaluable insights with you. I'm deeply honored that Sri E.K. Bharat Bhushan, the Honorable Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, came all the way to be the chief guest today. On behalf of the entire fraternity, I express my sincere gratitude to you, sir. Well, it is not fair on my part to make this opportunity to unburden some of the key problems faced by the managements of professional colleges in the state. So I'm keeping my temptation under check. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude by saying that Educare is all set to begin another phase of growth and consolidation. I'm happy to say that Educare has received ISO certification from TUV for its excellent track record. I take this opportunity to seek your total support and cooperation to have a successful voyage to further growth and prosperity. A final word to the students. Your journey does not end with this occasion. No, it does not. Rather, it begins today. Today, you will walk out of these gates as doctors, carrying the tag of Educare Institute on your shoulders. Be proud, work hard, be true to your profession. Don't give up, as the struggle you face today will be the stepping stone for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your ever-inspiring words. And I also take this opportunity to thank our beloved principal for welcoming us.
Educare Institute of Dental Sciences has emerged as one of the top-notch colleges in academic achievements amongst the dental science studies in the state. The institute has maintained a winning streak of bagging top ranks in the university examinations. A group of qualified faculty with commitment and dedication is the backbone of our institution.
The Educare Charitable Trust has an impeccable track in spreading the values of modern education in Malappuram. I now welcome Shri Fazal Kilimanil, Chairman, Educare Charitable Trust, for the Presidential Address.
Our esteemed Chief Guest of Graduation Day, Mr. E.K. Bharatbhushan, the Honorable Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, the dignitaries on the dais, Vice Chairman Mr. Ajmal Kilimanil, Managing Director Mr. Nasser Kilimanil, Principal Dr. ABHYUDAY'14, Vice Principal Dr. Prasad Menon, eminent heads of the various departments, teaching and non-teaching fraternity of the college, special invitees, friends, parents and family members, and prize and medal winners, and the new graduates of our college. Good afternoon. A very warm welcome to everyone present here. It is such an honor to be here to address this young crowd of doctors who are all set to conquer the world. As you all know, the educational scenario in Kerala is far advanced when compared to the other states in India. The development is attributed to the achievements in the area of education and health. Today, Kerala can boast of a high literacy rate of almost 100% as against 65.38% in the national level. We pride ourselves on being the state with the highest literacy rate among women, a state where female to male ratio is higher, suggesting that there are fewer numbers of selective abortion or female infanticide. Literate men have literate sons, but literate women have literate families. Educare Institute has grown as a result of efforts by the collective effort of the management, doctors, teaching and non-teaching staff, and the students present here. This institute has not only raised such exceptional doctors, but also played a role in the development of the society as a whole. This day is mostly about our students decked up in gowns, awaiting their degree certificates. All of you are seated here today after a lot of hard work, sleepless nights, endless study hours, examinations, etc., etc. It is this hard work that will help you all survive. Always remember that no matter how many mistakes you make or how slow you progress, you are still ahead of those who aren't trying. As students, I hope you made the best use of what was offered and take forth the values in the future. Soak the spirit of learning and Educare has imbibed in you and take your career dreams to the next level. I wish you all best of luck and congratulations once again. I would like to welcome the Chief Guest, Mr. Bharatbhushan sir, who graciously accepted our invitation and came here despite his busy schedule, and all other dignitaries on the dais, staff members, teaching and non-teaching staff members, beloved parents, and other guests for the graduation day. Thank you.
We consider it a privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest to the august gathering.
Mr. E.K. Bharatbhushan, an officer of sterling repute. He was born in Calicut in 1955. Mr. Bhushan did his post-graduation in English from the University of Kerala. He also obtained a master's degree in public administration in 1992 from the Harvard University, where he was an Edward Mason International Fellow.
He has served in key positions in different ministries, including aviation and steel, but the most notable one was his tenure as the Director General of Civil Aviation. He also served in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, first as a director and then the Joint Secretary in mid-90s.
He has also been the Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology. In 2009, he was promoted as the Additional Secretary of the same ministry. E.K. Bharatbhushan, a high-profile IAS officer, has served as a Special Secretary and Financial Advisor in the Ministry of Steel and is currently serving as the Chief Secretary of Kerala. A very hearty welcome, sir.
Mr. Fasal Kiliyamanil, Chairman of Educare Institute of Dental Sciences, the Managing Director, Mr. Nasser Kiliyamanil, the Director, Ajmal Kiliyamanil, Principal of this esteemed institution, Dr. Haridas, proud graduates who are walking out of the portals of the institution, students, parents, heads of departments, faculty members, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a proud privilege for me to come to this institution which has made giant strides in such a short period. But personally, I also like to come back to Malappuram. This is the district where I started my career as a raw sub-collector in 1981, and my headquarters was Perinthal. It was a very different kind of a place at that time. I got married from here, so my wife and I have fond memories. Subsequently, I became collector of Malappuram in 87 and 90. Although I have closely known the Kiliyamanil family for nearly 30 years, it was only recently that I came to know about their foray into education. And I am extremely happy to see that they have done this district and its citizens, they have done them proud by setting up this flagship institution. You see, Kerala, whenever people talk about Kerala, they talk about a paradox. Kerala enjoys an extremely high rating if you look at the physical quality of life indicators, which are mostly related to public health. If you look at parameters such as infant mortality or maternal mortality, the number of hospital beds which are available per population, Kerala appears to figure somewhere among the Western countries. But increasingly, there are strains which are developing due to our left-of-center policies. Public health has always been looked upon in Kerala as something for the government to do. It used to be said, I think it was a celebrated French Prime Minister who was Premier of France immediately after the First World War, who said in the context of wars that wars are too important a matter for generals. Similarly, I think public health is indeed too important a matter to be for government alone. We do as a people, we do have as a polity, we do have some shibboleths about encouraging private sector. But lately the tables are being turned. And I see that there are self-financing institutions which are coming in to fill the chasm which government institutions are not able to fill. And this is an institution which is typical of this kind of a new initiative. You see, government, because of its permanent bureaucracy and its limited taxation sources, there is an increasingly high demand for government facilities. It may be shocking for you to know that if you look at the Kerala's revenue, if you take it as a pie chart, if you add salaries, if you add pensions, and if you add the interest on borrowings made for our development expenditures, it is more than 90% of our revenues go for this. Looking at that in a population which is more than 3 crores, 3.3 crores, and government employees are only 5 lakhs, it is indeed unfortunate that there is very little money left for anybody else. As Chief Secretary of the State, I am increasingly aware of this, although I will not agree to take any cut in my salary, because that's not what I am talking about. But you see, so that is the context in which it is the bounden duty of any government which has a responsibility to the people to encourage private sector to come in and step forward in the educational sphere. In a matter of 6 years is not a very long time in the history of an institution, much less in the case of a health institution like a medical institution. There is a lot of infrastructure which is required, lot of facilities which have to be offered to the students, and in a matter of 6 years, I am indeed proud that my good friend, the chairman Fazal, as well as the managing director Nasser, have stepped forward to the challenge and brought up this institution, at least put it on a threshold level where it will be able to go to rise greater heights. They have, that way, I think Malappuram is a backward district, but there is a lot of demand on the educational facilities in Malappuram, whether they are educational institutions which are in the school, the secondary level, or higher this thing. So this, I am sure, fulfills an important need. I had an opportunity to visit this institution a few months ago, and I was indeed surprised by the kind of facilities which have been rolled out by the management. And I hope this institution goes from greater to greater heights. So far as the young graduates, I am told that 43 students who are passing through the convocation rites today. I am somewhat unsure. I have not been very familiar with the convocation system. I only attended one convocation, and that was very recently when I was the chief guest at the convocation in the Medical College Trivandrum. So during our time, it was during the emergency, and I was doing my MA in literature, and we had planned to have a convocation, but during those were disturbed times. So when we had a meeting to decide upon what to do, somebody released a snake in the auditorium. So I see that things are much better now. We have a venue which is by and large undisturbed. And I'm sure the students will learn from the excellent facilities which are on offer. You see, I just wanted to tell the students that public service, there is money in medicine. There's a lot of money in medicine. Many of you have also invested large amounts, or your parents have invested large amounts for making you doctors. But please understand that your first priority should be public service. So far as our state is concerned, and even the states, even other parts of India, there's a huge demand for outstanding public service in medicine. We are not in a position, the common man, we may talk in terms of parameters, the availability of hospital beds, the doctors on offer per population. But please understand that it is much less than what is required. And for the common man, still good quality medical